there is an ever-growing existential question. Should I eat at Chik Fil A? Should you eat at Chik Fil A?
Yes, muchachos. Yes, ¿qué están haciendo?
It'll be the first question on your mailed-in ballot this November, if it gets here. It'll be the question that your grandkids will either be proud of or ashamed of. Chik Fil A or Chik Fil Nay? I mean, the optics of such a question are so muddied. It's enough to send the most intelligent of brainlets into a tizzy.
But her boobs look exactly the same size.
Pickles, chicken, Dan Cathy. Only 2 out of 3 of these things will show up in your order from Chik Fil A. But what percentage of your money goes to pray the gay away? The big question. Should you eat Chik Fil A? Especially if you're someone who considers themselves an ally. Now, before I can answer that, we first have to ask, what does it mean to be a good LGBTQ+ ally? And so, I have compiled a very clean chart on the attributes and actions deemed most important by the experts on this matter in order to be considered a true ally. So let's test myself here. It's a 5 out of 7 to pass. All right, so the first question. Do you have a rainbow flag? No. No, I don't. Fair, I fly no flags in general. I don't even have an American flag in my house.
What the frick is that?
Moving on though. Next question. Do you go to pride parades? Really, I've never been to a pride parade. I don't really like parades in general.
Beautiful, gay, sexy bitch.
I know I'm fun, right? I'm a fun guy. Anyway, next question. Do you give to LGBTQ+ causes? Oh. But, to be fair, I don't give to charities at all. Okay, next question. Do you uplift people in the LGBTQ+ community? I don't really go out of my way to uplift people, and so anyway, do you use your platform? Okay, you know what? I was trying to think maybe I'm just not a good person in general. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. Do you espouse phobic slurs? Homophobic racial slurs? No, I don't.
Do not associate with
Grr, I can't find anything. So that's a good no. That's a solid no for me. Last question. Do you eat Chik Fil A?
Bro, are you eating Chik Fil A?
No, it's just In-N-Out. I would never eat Chik Fil A.
What the frick is that?
I think I was doing pretty good until I got to the last question. I think that's a pass. Now, why do people boycott Chik Fil A? Well, CEO Dan Cathy has made his stance on same-sex marriage very clear. Obviously, in a boycott, the goal is to withhold spending so that a company can either change their course of action, stop doing a specific practice. Ironically enough, Chik Fil A did in fact stop making contributions to both the FCA and the Salvation Army, but it really didn't have much to do with the change of heart or change of mind. It was just so Dan Cathy can shift focus. The boycotting in recent years hasn't really seemed to affect their bottom line very much. In fact, just this year, Chik Fil A surpassed Taco Bell to become the 3rd most popular food chain in America. Now, what I'm not saying is that if you're boycotting, it's pointless or useless. But real change isn't just about palate gatekeeping and then doing nothing else. I mean, you could literally do everything else on this chart that I got wrong and still eat at Chik Fil A and probably be a much better activist, better person in general. Let's get back to Dan Cathy. I get it. He's a chub. He's a scrub. When it comes to looks, he ain't got the dub. He was the one who opened his mouth in the first place about this issue. And so after getting backlash, he just decided to zip and not have any further discussions about it. This shift of focus to organizations that they're donating to really just seems like lip service, public window dressing to make themselves look better. That most other companies do this as well. Spread their sphere of influence and to kind of paint themselves as a necessity, a messiah for their whatever communities they inhabit. So the final verdict. Should we eat at Chik Fil A? And the answer is no, you shouldn't. But you also shouldn't eat at McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King, Pizza Hut. There's like literally no good reason to eat at any fast food joint other than the fact that they're so shoved down our throats and are literally on every street corner that it's very difficult to go a week, a month, or a year without eating fast food. I mean, when it comes to human rights, fast food chains are pretty much on like the lowest rung of the ladder in that regard. Wages, work hours, benefits, having enough staff on any given shift, the actual nutritional value of the food itself. Animals are prepared before they're served to us on a plate. Sure, a company might be able to check all the right boxes on here on social media, but when it comes to all the other issues, They thrive on being able to sell you the lowest common denominator that happens to taste or feel good. Get away with selling it to you as much as they can. That's why it kind of irks me when people are like, yeah man, I don't eat at Chik Fil A, they're homophobic. I eat at McDonald's. Like, yeah, McDonald's and human rights. I mean, the whole idea of ethical consumption to me really just seems like a myth. Obviously, if you care about something, you should still take a stand. When I feel like the discussion should be more about how fast food places and big businesses in general can get away with selling everyone else, from employees, customers, and even small franchise owners, short on everything, and yet still have such a huge grasp on our diets, our economy, our daily life. If we can't be allowed to expect better from them, then they really don't deserve our money, regardless of their views on same-sex marriage, Fall Guys, Fortnite, I don't know, whatever the frick. Now you may be wondering, did I make this video just to make myself feel better about eating Chik Fil A every now and then? No, of course not. Yes, I did.
Hey, baby, come back to the shake pool. It's getting warm in here.
Oh, sorry to keep it waiting, Dan Kathy. Hold the pickles for me, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Give me them crinkle cut ass.
Yeah. Yeah.